poppin', Mayhem Goddess crew. In today's video, I will be going over the Hit the Lights 39L palette by Morphe. And yes, I know I'm super extra late, but better late than never, right? So I'm not going to go over any swatches just because that this palette has been out for quite some time, so I'm pretty sure that you probably already seen the swatches, but I will show you the palette. So the palette retails for about $21, which I think is on sale because the Icy palette has just released. This is a pretty big palette for Morphe. So inside they have all these warm neutral tones for you and gave you a couple of pressed glitters and all these big ones in the middle that I use for a highlighter today, but I see where they going with it. So they kind of color coded it for you. So you've got your after party, which I guess would be big bright colors if you feel it holographic, the smoke show if you want to make a nice little smoky eye, and they have the reds right there in the beginning of the palette where I guess you can, if you're in the reds and browns and golds, you could do that too. So they kind of color coded it for you. Use this palette a couple of times, and I've used pressed glitters before. While they are an awesome idea, they're a pain in the ass to clean up off the lid. So if you need inspiration on using this palette because you just don't know where to go with it, you already know what you gotta do. Hit that subscribe button, keep on watching, let's get it poppin'. Okay, so my eyes are primed. This was done as usual. This was primed. Do this one with you, okay? Follow along. Get your fluffy brush, go into the color for real, and we're going to put this above the crease and take it all the way into the inner corner. Now with another fluffy brush, we're going to go into 2 a.m. and we are going to start blending the outskirts. Y'all should just be repeating after me at this time. The outskirts of that brown, and we're going to blend those two together, and we're going to have yellow and reddish brown. Now after that, you are going to have to go back into the color for real, because after you blend down that yellow into the reddish brown color, which is called for real, you're gonna lose some of that color. So go back into that color with the same fluffy brush that you use to apply it and start to, in circular motions, go ahead and blend that back in. Blend those colors back in together so you can see them. So this next step is completely optional. You don't have to cut the crease if you don't want to. Just go ahead and skip to the next step of putting down your lid color. But I'm cutting my crease because I want you to be able to see that white, bluish type of color. So that's why I'm cutting my crease. So if that's what you want, cut your crease too. I am using the P. Louise makeup base, and I'm starting to fall in love with this stuff because I told you I bought the Volt because I'm extra. Next, I'm going to be going into this really pretty white blue reflex color called Ghosted, and I told you my nemesis, my favorite color, I can't stay away from it, is blue. So that's going to be today's lid color. So just get you a flat brush and pack that where? In the blank pieces. We've been over this. Alright, so now that we have that in our blank pieces, we're going to take that same fluffy brush that we put into the color called For Real, and we're going to blend those two together. Now taking For Real and 2 a.m., make sure that you go ahead and connect those colors so 2 a.m. is going to go here underneath the waterline, and I'm lying, For Real. This is For Real, connected here. And 2 a.m., that was on the outskirts, connected right underneath the waterline. And for our interquarter highlight, we're going to go into this color called Give In. For the highlighter today, I'm going to be using the same palette, but I'm going to use a color called Gleam Big. And I'm going to use my fingers because quite honestly, I use the brush for this side and I find that the finger is way better applied. But by all means, if you ain't about your phalange work, then you go ahead and use the brush. But I'm going to use the finger. So I hope that you were able to draw inspiration from this tutorial. It's not a bad palette. I kind of get where they're going with it. Like they're trying to, if you want reds or, let's just say this. There's a lot of copper and gold tones in here. They try to add a splash of color, but it's very, very neutral with the reds and the browns and the golds. It's more like a neutral palette for me. Just my opinion. Then they try to add a little splash of pizzazz with the blue, the bright pink, the bright red, the bright green, and the yellow. I do believe right now that this palette is on sale for $21, probably because the Icy palette just came out. It can be very versatile, so I would say this, for me, my opinion, just saying, this is a work palette for me. I will bring this out if I wanted to go to work or go to an interview or go on a nice date, I guess, but because it's very subtle and not wow, powwow, look at me, which is usually my personality. So this look that I created kind of came out kind of Valentine-ish, I guess. I don't know. That'll be up to you, but it's most definitely work-ish, kind of nighttime, I'm gonna go on a date look, and I just want to look nice, other than I'm going to Club Instagram.